Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with Transformers Legacy Titan Class Black Zarak. And also we'll be showing off Black Rorichi too a little bit, since he's the drone that goes with this guy. So there's what you can expect a little bit out of this review. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have watched, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just to help the channel out further, or both, that's cool too. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. And first up, as we normally do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's, well, at least try to take a look at this big old packaging. And there I go bumping the camera because I bump the camera all the time. But here we have nice line artwork of Black Zarak, Transformers Legacy, 15 and up. Hasbro print, plastic-free packaging. And I can guarantee you the only pieces of plastic that were in this packaging was Black Zarak and his accessories. That was it. That's the only plastic in this package. So it is plastic free. It had paper ties, a bunch of cardboard inserts. The head was wrapped in paper and stuck in a little cardboard box. So there is that. On the top, let's see if we can take a look at that. Transformers Legacy. Awesome. And let's see, on this side, it's hard to see and it's hard for me to get it in frame, but nice big Decepticon symbol right here. And then the line artwork carries over, the line artwork of Black Zarak. It does carry over from the front to this side and not around to the back, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's check out the other side here. And these lines carry over. And then here it talks about the plastic-free packaging again, except tape and glue, it says. I don't remember seeing any glue, but there is some tape. And then again, here on the bottom, the line artwork of Black Zarak does continue from the front. And here we have a barcode, some symbols I'm not going to learn. Small print, fine print, legalese print, made in Vietnam print. Includes figure, 6 accessories, and instrucciones. Titan Class, Black Zarak, Authentic. Transformers Generation Select, Takara Tomy. And then, you know, this line carries over from the front too. And you see it kind of fades out down here. And then, let's see if I can get this turned around. We can see the back. Not that there's a whole lot back here to see. But here you can see there's the lines carry over from the side and the top. And then, you know, they just kind of fade out. And it starts here and then fades out over here. But, neat looking. A nice differentiation. If I can get the words out my mouth. A nice differentiation from the War for Cybertron Selects packaging. And one more thing I want to take a look at here is the inside. Now I've already pulled out all the bits and bobs that were in the box, the cardboard pieces, the ropes, that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to quickly show you the inside of the box here. It also has some artwork of, there's Black Zarak's head and his spear and some Cybertronian, Transformers Legacy, and all kind of line work that continues down into the box. So, like I said, a nice differentiation from the War for Cybertron Generation Selects packaging. There is actually some artwork on the inside. You know, I forgot to look in Lift Ticket's box. I haven't reviewed Lift Ticket yet. I have opened him up and kind of taken a look at him, but I didn't really pay attention to the inside of his box. Let me look real quick. Yes, the inside of his box has similar artwork. So that seems to be the new way that packaging is going to be going. But that completes a look at the packaging, my friends. And now let's try to take a look at the figure in his Scorpion mode and his accessories. And first of all, let's start off with the instructions. And as you can see, these are Legacy instructions, and they are in new colors, or at least different colors than Kingdom, which, if you've watched any of my reviews, you know that I really prefer those colors. They're more vibrant and they help it stand out more, in my opinion. But these are nicely illustrated, and I did check them against Scorponok's instructions, and the steps are slightly different, but not. You could still have the Scorponok instructions and be able to transform this guy for the most part. There are one or two minor differences in the transformations, but that's really it. But that's the instructions. Let's get those out of the way. And also, because I said we were gonna take a look at Black Rarichi also, here's his instructions. And he was I guess you classify him more as Earthrise, since that's what Fast Track was. And again, you know, nicely illustrated. These are the Generation Selects War for Cybertron instructions. So there's that. And as far as the accessories go, you know, like Scorponok, he has these, I like to call them the shoulder cannons. And then this part right here also pulls off. I guess you could classify that as an accessory. But really the accessory, we have this. 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 This piece. And two of these. And basically, well, we'll put it together in spear mode when we are in when we do the robot mode. But for Scorpion mode, from what I gathered from the instructions, you put this together like this, and as you can see, it's got a post right here on the middle piece, and there's a little hole right on top of his stinger, and so that just kind of sticks right in there. And then as far as these pieces go, one will go here, just like that. See if we can get him spun around to the other side. Maybe. And then you take this. I guess it can go right here, like the other one did. And there we have the storage for the weapons. And then let's take a quick look at the Scorpion mode. And as you can see, the head is a little bit different the way it transforms. It doesn't, you don't spin it over like you do on Scorponok to cover it up. He has this face shield that comes out of the top instead of the glasses that covers up the face. You know, you got the turrets here, the claws, of course, you know, all kinds of articulation there. I'm gonna go down, not up though, but it does have some rotation there, and they will raise and lower, and that is on both sides. And then, you know, the exact same as Scorponok for the legs. You know, these two are connected, these two are connected. But they do have a joint here, and a joint here, and a joint down at the base. And I like the colors on Black Zarak better than Scorponok. I think they look really neat. He looks neat in these colors. And then, you know, here we have the tail, and it has some, well, let's, you know, it does have some articulation to it also, so. One thing I find missing out of this one and the Scorponok is the gimmick from the G1 Scorponok is when the wheels would roll, the legs would move like he was crawling. So I thought that was a cool little gimmick, and you know, I can understand why they didn't, but it would have been a cool throwback addition to into this mold. Alright, that does it for a look at Black Zarak in his Scorpion mode. And now it's time for some alt mode comparisons, but because I forgot to do this, let's take a quick look at Black Rarichi. So pretty much he's like a gold fast track. Or bronze. Is this more bronze or is it gold? And there's how he compares up in vehicle mode. And no, I'm not going to cover the spear mode for this guy because we all know spear mode sucks. Well, if you don't know spear mode sucks, I'm telling you now, spear mode sucks. Here he is with Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee. And I probably should have dug the trailer out for this one, but I didn't. So here he is with the Earthrise Amazon exclusive alternate universe or dead Optimus Prime. And I just didn't have room to put him and Scorponok both up here at the same time in this mode, and probably not in base mode either. But here we go. that was it for the alt mode comparisons. Alright, now let's see if we can't get this big boy transformed into his base mode. And first of all, I'm going to start by reaching way out. Let's remove this part. And we'll remove this part, and we're going to go ahead and put them together like that. Set it over here out of the way. We'll go ahead, we'll pull this off, and we'll pull this off. Maybe. I put it in there pretty tight. Alright, let me pause this for just a minute and we'll be right back. And I did get it off there. So let me see if I can do it on the other side where you can see what I had to do, which is basically just move it in and out a little bit until it pops loose. And then we'll go ahead and pull that piece off. And then we got a little pile of pieces over here. And we want to unplug the head. And let's see here. We want to put that in. Fold that back. Undo that, probably not yet, but I'm gonna just went ahead and did it. Oops, forgot to pull this part off. And that just, it's two holes right here and two pegs right there and two holes right there. So no wonder that wouldn't fold up right. So fold that down, flip that off. Flip it off. I don't know what I'm talking about over here, people. And yes, I am consulting the instructions. Okay. Let's undo this. We'll just peg it in there for the time being. And I think I'm going to move this out of the way because it's not really helping. It looks like it says do the legs like this. Oh, forgot to untab that one. There we go. Alright. Of course I bumped the camera because I'm having to reach really far. Okay, lay the legs flat. I believe this is what it's showing to do next. says lift these up like that. I do believe it says to lay the legs like this, or adjust them like that. Nope. Okay, I messed something up here, so these have to be facing up. Looking at the instructions, I still can't get it right. Alright, there's that. Then it shows to do that. And it shows to do this again. And then you lay these flat. Okay. Let's see, what is our next? And it looks like you put these back down. And it looks like you flip these down like this. Ooh, look at that nice silver in there. Same on this side. Very nice paint deco there. And let's see what else we got to do. We flip these out, which are the ramps, or the connectors, or whatever you want to use them for. You can kind of see it right over here. It just flips out, goes to the ground. There goes the instructions again. Let's move some of this junk out of the way. Go bumping stuff again. And nice paint apps on this ramp also. Yeah, no, I probably should have done a dry run of these a couple of times before committing this to video, but these Titan classes tire me out anyway, so I just figured just go ahead and do it. Right let's see, what is next? This part is next. You see we got a clip right here. I don't know if you can see it too well, but it clips right into here. Or right up under here, rather. Maybe. And there we go. That's all clipped in there. And that's the front ramp. And now what do we do with the claws? So that's how you turn that. And then we'll do the same thing for the other one. Maybe that's got it there. Alrighty. Now let's see. We take the guns and we take these pieces and these two posts right here fit into the barrels of the gun. Just like that. You want these tab pieces facing inward, and these two posts right here and these two holes right here will line up with these posts and these holes. Which is really hard to do with one hand. Alright, so there it kinda is anyway. And we'll do the same thing with this side. That's all in place. Then you flip this piece up. Uh-oh. That's not supposed to do that. Alright, then we take this piece right here, and it has these two posts right here, and there's two holes right here. And just line it up and put those in there. And then we already got this put together, like the directions show. And post here. There's a hole right here in the claw. And there you go. That just becomes part of the tower. And the same thing on this side. So there we go. And another thing that you can do, you don't necessarily have to do this if you're going to put this guy into robot mode, but if you're not, then take his head off and I think you put these backwards like this. This piece opens up properly this time. And it can line up just like that. And his head, well, you may have to pull these off. But that can go down in there. And you can leave it open like that, or you can close it back up like that. And then, of course, Black Rarichi can sit up there and, you know, ride down the ramp, which this used to be an action feature on the original Scorponok. There was a button that you mashed and it lifted a little ramp up, and Fast Track would slide down the ramp. And while this guy is in vehicle mode, we'll go ahead and flip this guy around and turn him into his robot mode. And you just put his arms out a little bit, and so, you know, he has a little bit of paint on there. Most of the paint's on this side. But just like Fast Track, there's a hole right here for the post on the back of the headmaster legs. And that is how the Headmaster, or Titan Master, whatever, can pilot Black Rarichi. And again, of course, you know, he can go down the ramps over here. Now, those of you who know the G1 Scorponok, you know, he had, like, on one side, there was an elevator that kind of was on two-hinged arm, I think, and you could lift it up and it would lift level with this. And then on this side there were 2 or 3 arms, at least I think it was this side. It could be either side, I don't really recall, but he had 2 or 3 repair arms, and this was a repair bay. So there we go. A look at Black Zarak in his base mode. And now let's do some size comparisons for the base mode. And here we have the Earthrise Amazon exclusive alternate universe or dead Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode. And then here we have the Titans Returns Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. Up on that wrinkle. And then, just for fun, here's that Titans Returns Bumblebee in robot mode. And here is the Walmart exclusive Netflix Earthrise Optimus Prime in robot mode. And again, we've already taken a look at Black Rarichi in his vehicle mode. As how he compares with Black Zarak in his base mode. And that covers the base mode comparisons. Now before we move on to transformation to robot mode, let's take a look at the head and transform it into robot mode. So then we've got these two pieces, and I'm just going to leave these off. Although they don't tend to pop off quite as bad as Scorponok's do. So here we have Black Zarak's head, and this piece is already out like that, so we're going to leave that like that. But if it was up in the other mode, you would lift this out and flip this out and then move it down. So we lift that up and it untabs. And maybe I can show you. Well, let's pull the arms out, I guess. Alright. There we go. As you can see, he's got two holes in his feet right there, and there's two posts right here in the chest piece. So let's go ahead and pull the arms up, and we'll go ahead and bend the legs all the way down and make them straight like that. And then this piece can close up, and you can see there's a tab right here and a slot. Well, no, looks like an I-beam right there, and it goes in this hole right here. There we go. And maneuver these pieces around a little bit so that they're pointing down like that. Same thing on the other side. Then take the arm and straighten the elbows up and flip the hands out. And the same thing on the other side. There we go as that, and then we can put these pieces back on. And I think they point down like that. If not, we're going to say they do, because that actually looks kind of cool. And we take the Titan Master, Headmaster, whatever you want to call it, put his arms down by his side, push him back in, spin the head around, flip the legs up, and then we'll pop that right into place, and there you can see he has an eye patch right there, and then some battle damage right here, because Scorponok gets his butt handed to him in the Japanese cartoon, G1 cartoons, and he gets rebuilt as Black Zarak. And then also you split the legs apart. There's a tab here and a slot here that hold those together. So as far as the articulation goes, he can kind of look side to side. He can't really do the full exorcist. He can look up just a tad, down if the head pops out. Arms go all the way around. They'll go out that far. He has a double hinged elbow that goes all the way up. Nothing really at the wrist. It can go in, but that's due to transformation, and if you've watched any of my other videos, you know how I feel about that. I don't care for it as being counted as part of articulation, at least. He can kick up that high. He can kick back that far. He has a cut here at the upper thigh for a full 360 degrees of rotation on a mushroom peg. He can get a little better than 90 degrees at the knee joint. And he has that much ankle tilt and nothing forward and backwards. And now let's take a look at some robot mode comparisons for the head. Not the Titan Master, but the other head. And start things off, let's compare him with Scorponok. And as you can see, you know, the battle damage. The faces are the same except for the colors and the eye patch. I don't know how well that is showing up. Probably not well at all. But take my word for it. And you can see the different colors on them. The antennas, of course, are different. And this big battle damage pieces on the chest. Nothing here, but lots of battle damage here. And then the main difference right here. So that's pretty cool. And these guys are about the size of a deluxe. And then here we have Black Rorichi, deluxe class, of course, in his robot mode. As you can see, they're about the same size. And then we have the Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee. And the Walmart exclusive Netflix Earthrise Optimus Prime Leader class. And that, my friends, does it for the comparisons for this guy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another comedy section in this video where I attempt to transform some Transformers. And we're going to start off with Black Zarak's head. And you fold the hands in and fold the arms up at the elbow. Same thing on the other side. If you want to, you can pull these antenna things off and you can pull the head off just so they don't get in the way, but you don't really have to. For the legs, there's a slot and a tab here, and you just kind of put them together and squeeze just a little bit. Then you'll lift the chest plate up and you want to fold the arms down, and they're on a double hinge here, so you know, it just kind of goes right into place. Bend the legs forward at the knees. And then, oh, I forgot a step. Go figure. These little pieces right here. You want to maneuver them so these knobby gun-looking things are pointing back. Alright, and I will tell you, he's a little tight here in the thighs there, but just work at it and you will get it into place. And again, like I said before, there's two posts on the chest that go into two holes on the feet. Alright, you kind of point this out and fold that in, and there's a cut on the nose, or a cut for the nose rather, and it just kind of helps it get right on in there, but it doesn't really go all the way as it's supposed to. I can't remember. No, it slides in right above the eyes here. So there we go. And that's all there is to the head. And look at it. It's a nice looking head. nice kind of translucent. Oh, no, it's painted. The eyes are painted. And then it has some black around the outside of it. And then gold for the face. And he's really kind of cool looking. I wasn't sure I was going to like this guy to begin with, but I really do like the colors on him. And I do like the different face sculpt. Alright, let's start the transformation of the main part here. Fold in the ramps from the sides. And then let's flip these things up and make the triangle the Pyramid of Doom. So let's put these up a little bit. Might be all they go with this in place, so let's pop that out of place. And then I'm gonna turn this probably the wrong way. It was. So we're going to turn it that way because this and this is all the front. So we kind of untab that. We're going to lift the foot, just kind of this out. And can't really see it because it's off camera. That's awesome. That's always. So let's move that off. And let's see if we can get this off. There we go. Same thing on this side. Of course, it don't want to come off. Oops. That didn't sound good, but nothing's broke. So that's a good thing. Alright. So the foot here just comes out of there. And you got this big blank space here, and that's what this is for. This swings around and then tabs right there into place. We'll turn that back around, and then the toes here, they just flip out into place. And let's see, since I've got it up like this, maybe I can show you better on this side. So there you can see as the foot is in there, and you just lift that up, and then again this panel, it flips around, and you can see the post right here and the hole right here, and it just there is that part done. And let's see if I can turn him a little bit here. And we'll put the legs down. And we'll close that part up. And see if we can remove this. That comes off. That part goes down. And I'm trying to get this all on camera, y'all. Okay, there you bend at the knees, so that's okay. Alright, this piece right here just folds up like that. And then the scorpion legs will fold like so. And just go right. Uh-oh. Maybe I have to fold the toes down. Yes, that worked better. And uh-oh, this collar piece comes off a lot. Same thing on Scorponok. Okay, this piece right here folds up like so. And it tabs into place. And then this piece I think you have to remove it and flip it around, because that's how it came out of the box. Took me a little while to figure out that you had to remove the tail and flip it around for the scorpion transformation. So I think maybe that's what's going on here, is you have to remove it. And it's not that hard to do. And I say that, and now I can't do it. But as you can see, there's little gaps right here. And you just kind of squeeze it. And it comes out. There we go. And then we'll flip that around. And repeat the process. And there we go, right into place. And maybe that was not correct. Alright, what we've got here is I flipped it back around the way it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to flip it. It was just in the package backwards. But there's a tab here and a tab here. And on the inside here there are two slots that just go together like that. And there we go. And it's in position. And I forgot to pull that off. So, there we go. That's all done correctly. Let's straighten his knees out. So he'll stand up. And then what you want to do is spin him around at the waist. And I guess I have to undo that to spin him around at the waist. And there we go. Now he is facing forward. I'll put his other toes out there. And we'll put his arms down. Twist them back into position, and I'm sorry y'all can't see all of this. I just can't fit it all. And then we'll put the back piece back into position. Raise the camera up a little bit as far as I can. Put this collar piece back on. light's falling. And then here we have his head. And then here we have the pincher thingy, which one thing you can do with that is to make it an extra big shield. Stack down a little bit. Oh, they're gonna say ugly mug. This clips together. And I really don't want to do it a whole lot because I already see some paint chipping. So I don't want to do it too much. Okay, you can put it like that, and then there's 4 holes here and 4 posts here. And there you go. It's a big shield that will post on his arm. I don't really like that. I like the more classic Scorponok look, which he had these silver. These were silver on the G1 Scorponok, and they went on the sides of his legs. Like so. Shoulder cannons, there's a peg here and a hole right here in the shoulder. And this is just the plain black Zarak, guys. No add-on kits or anything like that to increase his height. Alright, there's that done. And we'll go ahead and put the pincher thing on his arm. These 2 posts right here, and there's 2 holes right here. And there we go. It can go like that, or it can also store on his back. Again, 2 posts, 2 holes. Just what I think I'm gonna do with it. Almost there. Alright, here is the 2 halves of the spear. And right there in the middle, they just connect together. And you can post it, you know, it's got a post on it right here, here. And, you know, you can just post it on his arm like that if you wanted to. Maybe he had a hole on the inside here to hold it, but it doesn't look like it. So there he goes. You can hold it like that, I guess. All right, my friends, that does it for Black Zarak's last transformation. And now let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. Well, we already kind of looked at the accessories, but you know, here's the full spear, and it actually will clip into his hand, not with the posts, but you see all these notches and grooves in here. They actually will fit on these I guess you could call them teeth in his claw here. You just kind of have to line them up correctly, and they will stick right in there. So it will do that. As far as his articulation goes, well, he looks down a little bit. You can see that there. And he doesn't really look up. His head does turn, but it's really stiff. So really, really hard to turn there. So he does do the full exorcist at the shoulder. Uh-oh, he dropped it. The arm will go out a little better than 90 degrees because this shoulder joint is not quite 90 degrees. It does point up just a little bit. And it will, at the shoulder, spin all the way around, provided everything lines up just correctly. And the turrets turn here. At the elbow, he does have a 360 degree rotation, along with about a 90 degree bend. The claws will open that far. He does have these little 2-finger pieces and all that, and also it does tilt in and out a little bit, and also some tilt right there. He does have a 360 degree swivel at the waist. That is mostly for transformation. I don't think he'll do it with the back piece attached, and I told a story. He will do the full 360 degrees with the tail piece connected to his back. So that is awesome. I should have known that from Scorponok, but you forget things after a while, I guess, when you get my age. Alright, right here at the hip, it does come out to about 90 degrees, and it's a double hinged knee, mostly for transformation, but in this case I'll take it. So a really good knee bend there. And if I can quit fighting with him, comes out better than 90 degrees. And he does have a full 360 degree swivel right here at the upper thigh. And that wasn't supposed to happen. Now he does have that big gap right there. It's not a whole lot you can do about it, unless you get the upgrade kits. So that is his legs. Let's get down here and take a little look at his feet. He gives you that much tilt and nothing forward and nothing back because of this piece on the back being in the way. And that's not sticking in there like it should. And his toes lifted up. He does, so I guess he does have toe tilt. Somewhat. Oh, this is going to be a really long review. And there we go. We got him all straightened back up. Not that you could see what I was straightening up. Was the guns. And that, my friends, is a look at Black Zarak and his articulation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for my favorite part of a Transformers review, the robot mode comparisons. And we're going to try to start things off, if I can get it up here, with Titan class Earthrise Scorponok, whose toes aren't out. Let's fix that real quick. I don't know how you've been sitting on my display all this time without his toes out. But dang, he's heavy with one hand when you just come out the hospital. So there are the two Titan class Scorpion Master dudes, Master Force, Transformer G1 Master Force guy. I don't know a lot about those, the Japanese cartoons. I know Super God Master Force was the name of one of them. I don't know. So, but of course, Black Zarak is Scorponok after he gets damaged in the Japanese cartoon and gets rebuilt. And I don't know what's the deal with, in the Japanese cartoon, when they rebuild them, they repaint them black. Because you got Sound Blaster, he ended up going from blue to black, and Lord, Blaster, they rebuilt him, and he was like, went from red to like blue or something crazy. Well, I guess it ain't too crazy, but anyway, that's what the Japanese guys do. They rebuild them and paint them black, I guess. At least the Decepticons. Here they are with the Walmart exclusive Leader class Netflix Optimus Prime. And here is the deluxe class Black Rarichi. And here is the Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee. And that, my friends, does it for the comparisons. For final thoughts on Transformers Legacy Titans class Black Zarak, I have to say, I am much more pleased with this figure than I thought I was going to be. I almost canceled him several times. And I'm glad that I didn't. Overall, I love his paint scheme. I love the different head than Scorponok. And don't get me wrong, you know, I have a lot of love for the G1 version of Scorponok. I had the G1 toy growing up, and you know, so I liked Scorponok. I liked him in the Marvel comics. But you know, even though I'm not super familiar with this guy's whole storyline and everything, I really like the paint scheme on him, and like I said, I think this head actually works better than Scorponok. Not for the way that it fits, but the antennas on this one work lots better than Scorponok's does. You know, those antennas tend to, you know, you barely touch them and they fall off sometimes. And, you know, even though body-wise this guy is exactly the same, and even though mine came with the tail on backwards, you know, it's not like that was anything major. It was a super easy fix. So don't get frustrated if it happens to you. Look at where I transformed it, and I was saying, oh, you got to flip the tail back around. You got to pull it off and flip it back around. Look at that part. And you'll see how to fix it. It's super easy. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just to help the channel out, or both. That's also cool. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. Well, that's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.